wouldn't be a podcast if there wasn't for technical difficulties. This is our second time doing this shit. Welcome to episode 2 of Hey Yo.
Hey yo.
So to brief you guys in, we recorded literally about 30 minutes of it before Anthony and Derek realized they weren't being recorded, so it was just me being recorded.
Which is horrible for the viewer. So
I'm the cutest one here, so nobody's really gonna care. The
Cap.
Whatever. So the Elimination Chamber, take 2. We'll kind of sort of steamroll through this.
Match 1.
Real quick. Nobody knows who the fuck Anthony is, so Anthony has to reintroduce himself. Go ahead, Ant.
yeah, I mean, should I really introduce myself, or should I just let them make their judgment based on what I got to say throughout these next 45 minutes? If we're being recorded.
I would
So, match number 1. Match number 1.
Yeah.
Match number 1. Women's Elimination Chamber match. Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Natalia, Raquel Rodriguez, Carmella, Asuka. Right Woman 1, Asuka. Very little spots. Great pacing to the match. We could have did without one. We're not going to get into that right now. We'll wait until rants later on. Overall, decent. Asuka versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Match number 2.
Exciting.
Hey! I know you want to breeze through this, but there's a couple things we need to talk about in that chamber match. The fact that Liv Morgan didn't tap out to 2 submissions, great building, and Raquel is built like a beast. All we need is a fucking heel turn. All we need is a heel turn, and then we're good. And Natalia's useless. All right, continue.
Okay. Match number 2, Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar via disqualification via low blow while in the Hurt Lock. Makes Brock look real weak.
And makes Hurt Lock look like the worst fucking submission on this planet that you want to be on.
So before we go, do you guys see the irony in Bobby Lashley doing Hurt Lock?
Yeah, Chris Masters, he broke the Master Lock.
Yeah, he was the first. He was the first and only person I think to ever break the Master Lock, and then now he's using that. And then, if you guys remember a little bit, he had like his own little Master Lock challenge for like maybe 3 weeks with Leo Rush.
I forgot about that.
Well, I thought there was supposed to be that there was a little leak that Chris Adonis was supposed to be making his way back to WWE at some point.
I'm pretty sure he was the one that leaked it because he's desperately trying to come back for some reason.
Well, yeah.
I would bring him and Carlito back as a tag team.
No, but this is a little. This was a little while ago. This was like last summer.
Yeah, I remember that.
That I heard that there was supposed to be him coming back. Carlito, yes, Carlito's a body guy now.
Yeah.
Yo, he is jacked, bro. Crazy.
Grit couple versus the Judgment Day.
Dude. You have to talk about Bray, bro. You got to talk about your boy real quick because he was more important to this match and he wasn't even in it.
That's true.
So you have to talk about Bray
on SmackDown the previous night. Bray thankfully stopped Hit Row from doing another whack ass fucking freestyle. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, Michael Cole?
Oh, that was. I didn't even catch that.
Deserves.
I don't see Michael Cole versus what's his name, Top Dollar at WrestleMania. I'm going to be extremely pissed off.
So
Michael Cole has been taking everything away from this group since Top Dollar forgot how to wrestle for like 12 seconds.
So
like,
for
this man, Michael Cole, obliterates Top Dollar and Hit Row as an entire group every single time they enter the ring. I've never seen this. Is like JR versus Vince McMahon level hate this man Michael Cole is showing right now. It is absolutely hysterical. Bray Wyatt throws Top Dollar in the ring, and all you hear Michael Cole goes, "Well, Top Dollar didn't have a hard time getting out of the ring this time," and just steals the whole thing. Like that steals the entire thing. I didn't even care about Bray's little promo. I didn't care about the whole Uncle Howdy thing. I was laughing too hard at Michael Cole genuinely hates this group, and he sees this shit is going nowhere. It is hysterical.
Waste of time.
It is a waste of time. They
just don't make sense.
They don't.
Like, is this like WWE's like answer for the Acclaimed? Like,
because it's not a good one.
It's horrible. Like, and I didn't think that they were missing. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I didn't think they would miss Swerve this much.
Yo,
like,
holy shit!
Swerve was the reason that group made sense.
Dude, like their NXT run was exciting.
What Swerve is doing right now as a part of the mogul affiliates.
Mogul affiliates, yeah.
That's the faction in AEW. What he's doing right now is what
Trench,
he should.
The worst wrestling him in all the land. Trench.
Yeah. Which should be. That's what they should be doing in Hit Row, but they don't. First of all, they don't have anybody that can fucking talk. None of them can talk. None of them. It's not even a joke. It's embarrassing. My son is 5 and he can talk better. But like it's just bad. Anywho, Bray Wyatt stops that and calls out the winner of Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. There was no winner. Nobody won. Who are you facing, Bray?
I think
I figured this out, guys. There was
no winner. We're gonna have another pitch black match.
No, we're gonna have a fatal 4-way match, right? We're gonna have Omos versus Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar.
I don't need that.
There you go.
I don't want
that.
There
you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
No.
So Omos can enter.
So Omos can go to fucking WrestleMania and stink the joint out like he did with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
When he effectively just was the freaking the pole on the side of the ring. That was Omos. Omos just standing there.
For some reason,
that was Omos.
For some reason, this man has to find himself on the WrestleMania card every year. I don't know what it is, but back to Bobby and Brock. Normally, right, when a finish like this happens, that means, oh God, they're gonna stretch it out to WrestleMania. But the addition of Bray, I don't know. But like I said before on take 1, because somebody forgot to record.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Anyway, on take 1, I
did record.
On take 1, I mentioned that I miss Bray being able to be that good wrestler he is, because he has all these characters that doesn't allow him to do so. Because God forbid somebody gets offense on him. Oh my God, look, he's actually beatable. We need to treat this man like a human being, like a wrestler. Everyone knows he's different. His character says a lot. We don't need him to be supernatural or mortal. I want Bray to be a wrestler, and everyone's just like fantasizing about the fact that Bray and Brock, if Bray's allowed to go, is a good match. But when was the last good Bray match we've seen? And Brock's matches last 5 minutes. So everyone's getting this idea like they don't want to see this happen. It's not great. But if they're just allowed to be themselves and go out there and put on a show, I'm looking forward to it. But we're not going to get it.
I honestly think that Bray versus Bobby Lashley makes the most sense. Because I feel like, all right, so I'll explain to you.
Bray and Brock have history from 2016 when the Wyatt family eliminated Brock from the Rumble.
Here we go.
Okay, anyways. It makes the most sense right now where you kind of see the faction evolve a little bit more with Bray Wyatt. So now we're going to see a lot of Bobby Lashley promos and a lot of Bray Wyatt and a lot of these Bray Wyatt characters. It's going to lead up to the Hurt Business forming again. So we saw it recently with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin again on Tag Team TV during that whole tag team tournament that the Judgment Day wound up winning. We saw that a little bit there.
Also all the backstage segments.
Yeah,
all the backstage segments. They are doing a really good job with backstage segments. I just want to point out too.
The slow build for the group coming back is very good, and I do feel like this is going to help out both of them in the sense where now you're starting to see, the seeds were already planted for her business. Yeah. Now, Uncle Howdy being on TV now, and like actually like him being not like in the vignettes and not in the video packages and not in the promos backstage and all that stuff. I feel like, all right, now Uncle Howdy is going to be an every week addition to Bray Wyatt. So then now we're going to start seeing maybe another member come out and another member after that. So this might be good news. You know, like on the outside looking in, it looks weird because what the fuck do Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley have to do with each other? But now, if you think about storytelling and you think about, you know, everybody's been like the whole rumor of the Wyatt Six and the Bray Wyatt faction coming to be. This could kind of look into something bigger than what we think, and it took me a little bit to realize later. I like it. It just clicked to me 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago that, you know, oh shit, wait, this might be the build. So that might not be a bad thing. That might not be something to roll your eyes at. You know, it might be like, you know what, let's see what they're gonna build with this.
So let me also just say, if you didn't know that Uncle Howdy was Bo Dallas prior to Friday, you damn well know now. Bo Dallas is the only person that I've seen in the WWE wear a cross earring, and Uncle Howdy had a cross earring on. If you need a little bit more, I got some insider information.
Wait,
Hold on. Wait. This is my piece. This is my piece. This is mine. Fuck.
Never mind, wrong one. No, this one.
I got nothing. All right, that very underwhelming. So I have a little insider information. I have my personal insider at Newark Airport on Sunday, the day after Elimination Chamber. Spots Bo Dallas in the Newark Airport. Makes sense. International hub going back to Florida. What is Bo Dallas sporting on his head? Platinum blonde hair. Done. It's fucking finished. It's fucking cat's out of the bag. His hair's a little bit shorter than it was when he was in. It's a done deal. If you didn't know, now you know. But if you
do we believe it? Do you believe it?
Oh man.
If you know, you know.
So moving on from that, we have the
Great Couple.
Great Couple versus the Judgment Day. Great Couple versus the Judgment Day.
For the 15th time.
Yeah. Good match. Like, honestly, it was very exciting, very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Edge can still go.
Edge is fucking solid, man.
Edge is ridiculous.
You know, Beth Phoenix still, she's lost a step, but it's not.
She got her stuff in.
Yeah, it's not like bad to the point where it's like, I don't want to watch it. But like, it's like, yo, she's solid. She's still solid.
I agree. It was a great match. I enjoyed it. There was just one spot I forgot to mention in take one, since you forgot to record. There was a spot where Edge was being pinned by Balor, and Beth was late, and you can see the ref stop counting to 3, and then Edge realized he had to kick out.
He did the 1, 2, who? Beth breaks it up. 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Besides that spot, which I don't think was a big enough reason to lose value for the match. Great match. Derek and I disagreed on this. He said that basically Rhea losing any match is losing momentum towards WrestleMania. I disagree, since she wasn't pinned, and this is good for the Judgment Day only if this means the feud continued with Balor costing Edge the United States Championship match in the Open Challenge against Theory that Monday. Balor needs to win. He needs to win at WrestleMania. Rhea needs to win at WrestleMania. Dom needs to beat his father at WrestleMania, and you're looking at an all-time stable in the Judgment Day.
So I wanna backtrack you very quickly. Yeah. With you saying that right now, I agree with what you. I take back my part on saying Rhea losing any match derails her at all. Especially with Finn breaking up the U.S. title on Monday, which was also a great fucking match. But we'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
The little monkey flip action that Edge had there. I mean, I didn't know he still had that.
I thought he was gonna. When I saw that, I thought he was gonna Seth Rollins himself.
I honestly think he surprised himself because he landed that so clean. Like, if you look at his face, he goes, "Oh shit!" Like, I did that.
For a second, I thought he was gonna freaking Seth Rollins his knee, and then I thought he was going to when he made the turn. I thought he was gonna go straight Dolph, just a complete 450 on his face. No, but I understand. I agree with your point that at WrestleMania, Judgment Day needs to take it home in order for this stable to be as successful as I believe every member of this stable can be, because they're all great. They're all great.
Yes.
Each individually, I believe that the Dominic Damian tag team can flourish. Finn as the singles guy has Finn's fucking phenomenal.
He is
in whatever role he plays. I know that you guys, I know that Anthony specifically didn't like face Finn too much.
Yeah, no.
I liked NXT Finn a lot. NXT Finn.
That's my favorite NXT wrestler ever.
NXT Finn.
There was no debate.
NXT Finn wasn't. NXT was face enough to be able to get over with the crowd, but he still had that rough heel.
Yeah.
Yes. He barely smiled.
Work level.
He was rugged. A very rugged attitude.
That was Finn straight off the boat from Japan, and was able to keep that character with him while being the face of NXT.
Absolutely.
For as long as he was the face of NXT, which seemed like fucking years. It was only like a year and a half.
Yeah. Give or take, yeah.
But moving on to the fourth match, the men's elimination chamber match for the United States Championship. When I heard about this match, I didn't like it that much. I didn't know who was in it, but I didn't like the fact that it was for the U.S. title in the elimination chamber match. I wanted an IC title elimination chamber match because I want to see Gunther fuck people up. Yes. That's all I want to see. I wanted to see Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre versus maybe Ludwig or Fabian, whatever the fucking Giovanni. I'm calling him fucking Fabian Eichner. It's a fucking better name. Versus
Ricochet in there to be like the fucking stunt
Ricochet
dummy.
and fucking
Strowman.
Throw all them in. Throw all them in. Number one, gargantuan match. Number two, every pot is broken. Possibly leaking out onto the floor, and then it just becomes a fucking all-out brawl.
You know what? Like, I actually agree with that. Imagine
that would have been amazing.
Side note, imagine that. Imagine, they destroy this chamber so much that WWE has no other choice but to go back to the old chamber.
That would be first of all, the old chamber is iconic and never.
The old chamber would. Yeah, the old chamber literally would take years off of people's lives.
I hate the new chamber.
It looks so soft.
It does.
That's a good idea.
That's what it is.
It's cute. It's adorable. It's adorable. Oh, look at that little chamber. Oh, don't you just want to squeeze its pods?
It's a little plushy chamber. It's a little plush chamber. But
we're so selfish. We want people to actually be hurt.
but the United States Championship Elimination Chamber, when everybody started going in, I liked who was in it. Theory has all the potential to be the number one heel in this company.
Yep.
And be a multiple time world champion when his time comes.
Can we admit Vince got that right?
I didn't like how they did the whole social media thing and he took Tyler Breeze's gimmick. I don't care what you say.
That. Oh, okay.
The whole Chosen One thing is kind of played out since Drew, but we'll let that be that. Bronson Reed, hard hitter. I loved Bronson Reed in this match.
Yo, remember,
I loved Bronson Reed in this match.
Derek and I weren't huge fans of Bronson Reed prior, and David was
trying to convince him. I said, "Listen, just give it some chance, give it some time."
I think he needed every. I was telling you guys, in the group chat, this was a rare moment where all six thrived.
Yep,
all six thrived.
The whole Bronson Reed thing too. He looked strong from the moment he entered the match to the moment he got eliminated. It took
every finisher.
Guys? It took 3 guys to get him down. It took 3 guys to essentially like take him away. Like he is.
So,
and we'll talk about the MVP of the match being Montez Ford, but Bronson Reed is, you could argue, is top 3, top 2 in that match.
So let me just say, for Bronson Reed, prior to me seeing Bronson Reed come back into WWE, my entire thought process was Bronson Reed in NXT, which I did not like at all. He was not booked at all. I did not watch Bronson Reed on the indies until very recently. And I watched him go back and he just became a fucking mauler. And I was like, that's what you need. See? That was the fucking that's why I didn't like Tyrus. Whatever the fuck his name was. Titus O'Neil.
He's
not
still
Titus
terrible.
O'Neil.
He's still
Brodus Clay.
There you go. Brodus Clay.
He's on a roll.
Mistake. If you just had him go in and just be a monster, totally different. It would have totally changed my opinion. But because he still
fucking sucks.
Well, he's the NWA World Champion. But
he still fucking sucks.
This isn't that. Getting back on it. Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, stud. That's my guy. Johnny Gargano, that's Anthony's guy. Montez Ford, that's all of our guy. And then possibly
the best wrestler on the planet.
The best wrestler on the planet right now, Seth freaking Rollins. Let's just start out with entrance number 1 and 2. Johnny Gargano and Seth Rollins.
Absolutely perfect.
Leaders.
Dude, and we joked about this too,
they didn't pace. They just went.
Dude, and I don't know.
They made a fucking point of it on commentary. They were like, usually the first 10 minutes of the chamber, you really pace and feel each other out. These guys are just going. Yeah, they are going because it's a fucking. I want to be entertained. I don't want
to. Maybe we had a live stream on YouTube I want to say about 5 o'clock on Saturday. 5 o'clock-ish on Saturday. And Gargano was on the show. He followed Montez Ford, which, if you guys ever get a chance, listen to the Montez Ford interview. That man, like, literally grabbed your heart. But anyways,
Montez Ford is money.
Montez Ford is great. But Johnny Gargano literally spoke about it. He goes, yeah, like, it would be cool for me and Seth to start the match, but, at the same time, it's Seth fucking Rollins. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to jinx myself too early, like, we all know who Seth Rollins is, this and that. Fucking fast forward 3.5, 4 hours later, you got Gargano and Seth to start out the match. I didn't sit down. Once I realized it. I said, oh shit, this is going to be good. This is going to be very fucking good. This is going to be, people are going to see Johnny take over for the first time and actually get a glimpse of what this man is capable of on the biggest stage of them all.
Dude, that fucking Hurricane Rana off of the fucking pod.
Yeah, I saw that. Imagine that was a real chamber.
When I saw that, I was scared because I didn't see Priest. I didn't see, the camera angle did a very good job. I didn't see Priest at all. I thought Gargano ate shit.
Killing the camera angles.
Yeah, I thought Gargano ate shit once he did that. Thank God Priest was there.
So my thing is, right, you know how you associate people with others all the damn time? Like, when you think of Edge, you think of Christian, right? Like it's just these things that you think of. I can't help but just picture the things that Johnny's doing if Ciampa was there by his side. Like, that's what I was thinking of. I'm like, that is the missing piece to this mid-card right now. It's Tommaso. I'm hoping he gets a speedy recovery. I'm not mistaken. I think he's injured.
A ton of holes on the roster right now.
Yeah,
and there's a ton of holes on the roster, but the roster is fucking great.
It is.
Still.
So, Seth and Johnny, you guys know, 2 of my 3 favorite wrestlers. Cody finishes out the top 3. Starting the match, we all knew Seth wasn't winning. It was guaranteed he wasn't going to win after what happened at the Rumble, which ended up coming to fruition in the last bit of minutes in the match. But Johnny, like I said, this was a rare moment where all 6 shined. Bronson Reed got eliminated first and was still the strongest guy in the match. It's nuts. That is what you call,
got eliminated at 18 minutes.
Yeah, man, it's nuts. And then I think all 6 guys had a chance to wrestle each other, and there was not one elimination until the last guy was out, which was great. Everyone added their piece. But one thing I'm going to say before you guys go on with the match is, it is possible, because Vince is no longer in control. Guess what, guys? You can have a tag team and have one guy win a singles championship. It's a thing. Montez Ford could win the United States Championship and doesn't have to turn on Angelo Dawkins, or Dawkins doesn't have to turn on him. It can happen.
But I do.
New Day's not the only exception.
I do want Montez Ford to turn on Angelo Dawkins.
No.
I want that to be the other way
I
around.
do want to see that.
No.
Angelo Dawkins is a sleeper as far as how good of a worker he is.
He's not bad.
great.
I'm not saying that he's a bad
he
wrestler.
is so
He's
good.
great.
He
There's
is
no
so
Janetti here,
good.
bro. They each have their own.
You're right. You're right. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying Montez Ford turn on Angelo Dawkins because I don't want him, because I don't want Angelo Dawkins to succeed. I'm saying turn on Angelo Dawkins because I feel like I feel like we've seen enough from Montez Ford in like the anger department. He could
for him not to turn.
He could do something with that.
Mhm.
That's something that definitely can work. I haven't seen enough of Angelo Dawkins in that state besides what we've seen during like tag team matches and whatnot with them when they've both been pissed off to have that. But
no,
I don't run the company.
No. Have the Street Profits turn heel together. Have Bianca, who we all know
I would
thrives as
love
a
that.
heel, join them, and then that's it.
That I don't want to see.
I don't want to see that either.
You're crazy.
That I
Why
don't
would you want to see
If
that?
that's the case, you don't. Listen, the only exception I'm going to have to Montez Ford turning on Angelo is if him and Bianca become a power heel couple. That's it.
We have that already.
Who?
Not them.
Who?
Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
We're talking about WWE.
Listen.
Kanellis
As a power heel couple, the EST
The
and the
Miracle.
Montez Ford, who's fucking money, that shit will work.
Now let's
Guaranteed.
also talk about the eliminations in the match, because the eliminations were much different than I thought were going to. Montez Ford had 2 eliminations. Damian Priest had 1, and Austin Theory had 2. Montez Ford eliminated Bronson, and Montez Ford eliminated Priest.
Wow, the 2 biggest guys in the match. That's how you build somebody.
Priest eliminated Johnny.
Yep.
Now, the moment that Johnny got eliminated, I swear to God, I thought Ford was winning this match.
I think Johnny legitimately got hurt. I think Johnny
could just sell his ass off, bro.
No, I think Johnny did get hurt on that Hurricane Rana, because I think he did hit his head on top of the.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
I think he did get hurt. Now, is that the reason why he got eliminated? I don't know, and I'm not going to claim to know, but I do think he got hurt on that Hurricane Rana.
Yeah. He wasn't on Raw the next night, so
no, he was not. Now, also could be a work, because they asked Candice in that backstage segment. But that's neither here nor there. And then Austin Theory eliminated both Montez Ford and Seth friggin' Rollins. Austin Theory was properly booked for this match.
Yes.
he's money, bro.
I thought the 3 people that should have won were either Montez, Seth, or Austin Theory. The Seth part was
Him and Logan don't need a title.
No. The Seth one was the 3rd and last option that I had for it, because that was the only thing that I could have seen going into Mania.
I think Johnny Ford or Theory.
The Montez Ford piece of it, I definitely could see, because Montez Ford is a fucking star. Austin Theory was my number 1 pick to win this match, because I don't think he has even scratched the surface on what he can be. Still super green when it comes to his character work.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
In ring, he's great. And right now, I think it is a balance of the man making the title and the title making the man.
Yes.
And I think somewhere on this spectrum of him holding the U.S. title, that it's going to become the man holding the title over the man. And him cashing in for the United States Championship, I thought was great. I don't think he needed.
You are alone on that boat, bro.
He couldn't. He would.
That undervalues the Money in the Bank That
against
that
Roman?
lowers the
Against
no, dude,
Roman?
give me a fucking break. You hold
Against
that briefcase
Roman?
for an entire year. Yeah, I would rather had Austin Theory try to make a triple threat match and lose by not taking the pin. That's how you build somebody losing their briefcase without actually looking like a fucking idiot. Make it a triple threat and he doesn't get pinned. He cashes in and loses without being pinned. He's still strong. That's
He
how
did
the
this.
fuck you do it. You don't fucking make the Money in the Bank fucking briefcase as a cash-in for the United States Championship. Are you fucking kidding me? You hold that briefcase for a fucking year to do that? No, that was just a way that he does. Don't feed him to Roman like the whole fucking roster was fed to Roman. And we admit that this was a mistake. This was Vince's mistake by pushing him too soon. Let's get rid of this.
Course.
And then he loses and becomes a new guy. That's it.
I mean, if you guys,
it wasn't a great idea.
Dude, he had a match early on in that pay-per-view, lost to Bobby Lashley, and got thrown in the match.
Yes.
So,
that's Triple H righting the wrongs. That's Triple H righting the wrongs.
Once that happened, we knew for a fact he was winning the match. There was no reason for him to have any input in that match to begin with. Absolutely. But I digress. Go ahead, continue, Derek.
Yeah, but I agree with you. This is going to be an instance in which the title's making the man right now, but it's going to forward into him making the title. But my thing is, I think this ruins the Mania card by a little bit because Cena and Theory do not need a United States Championship for build. They don't. That's my thing.
So the only thing that I can think of, and I think I brought this up in text messages, was the only reason why that could work is because the United States Championship was the first championship Cena won.
Of course.
And this is possibly going to be the last match that Cena has.
I agree with that to an extent, but my thing is, right?
At least at Mania.
You know, like think about it if a Johnny won, right? Now Johnny wins and the United States Championship is Triple H, the mid-card title is going to be defended on the show. Johnny's options are there, right? Now that Theory has the title, right? And he's going to fight Cena. That's killing like two birds with one stone. You're getting that match and the title match in one, when in reality, somebody else could have held that United States Championship. We get a match for that title, and then Cena and Theory fight over just, what the story is going to be about. I think
you just want Johnny to hold a title.
No, no, even Ford, bro. Even if it was Ford.
I'm fucking with you.
No, I do like, and I get what Derek is saying. I do like the whole, U.S. title and Theory having it, Theory versus Cena at Mania. So I think, honestly, that's what this is going to build up to. Because if you really look at it now, like from a past to sort of present kind of thing, Edge going against Theory for it. Granted, he didn't lose clean, but who was John Cena's one of the biggest rivalries? Edge. Maybe down the line, whatever. Orton comes back next week, and the week after, Theory holds an open challenge. Boom. Orton Theory.
That's creative. Loses, taking out all
Theory wins, doesn't win clean, whatever the situation is. Now you're building up to WrestleMania. The week before Mania happens. I'm sorry, I think Cena's slated to come on an episode of Raw or SmackDown soon. Yeah,
Raw, March 6th.
Yeah,
Can I ask you guys a question? All right. Let's just say Theory doesn't win. Any of the other five guys in the field win that match. What is Theory going to do at WrestleMania?
You have to have him. Wait, what do you mean?
No, listen. If any of the five guys win that Elimination Chamber match, does Theory still have a match with WrestleMania? Yes. Yeah, he's still fighting Cena,
absolutely.
Right? All right. Theory retains. What are the five doing? That's an easy bridge to get these guys onto the card without having a fucking random battle royal match.
Yeah, but you don't. Some of these guys don't need to be on the card. Like honestly, and you're gonna shit your pants and cry about it. But Gargano has done nothing to be on that show.
And there you go. You give him the title, and that's enough. Baby Ciampa comes back early. It leaves it open a lot more.
It's too soon. It's
not too soon. I'm not saying Johnny should have won. I'm saying Seth winning the title, right? I think the two people that shouldn't have won were Seth and Theory because they already have their WrestleMania path that doesn't involve a title.
Let me ask you this. What has Theory done with that title?
What
has Theory done with that title? Other than have consistent matches with Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley?
Nothing.
Exactly my point. Now you get to actually build his title run. You build his title run into the biggest show of the year. That's what you need to do. You're creating your star. You're now Bobby Lashley's in your rear view. Seth Rollins is officially out of the picture. Now you're building your star. What's the best way to build your star? You arguably the most polarizing figure the company's ever had in John Cena coming in against essentially the guy who's been compared to John Cena since he came up, and you have him go over on John Cena.
Okay.
That is exactly how you build your star. That's how you look into the future. It was the same. Obviously, it was done shitty. Roman Reigns beating Undertaker at Mania kind of sort of passed the torch and like, listen, this is the guy now. Yeah, nobody wanted to see it because there was no reason for Roman to be a face all this long. But now you have the build. Now you start to see the woodwork being built. You got your blueprint. Now you're starting to build your foundation. This is a big thing for Theory.
Fair enough. I like that.
So moving on.
Started his heel run when he beat the Undertaker.
Yes, I agree.
Keeping him as a heel keeping him as a face was stupid. Anyway,
I'm gonna touch on the Elimination Chamber match, and then we'll jump right into the main event. Montez Ford is absolutely money. The fact that he sold that curb stomp so perfectly that people were genuinely worried, and dirt sheet riders actually looking at it and like, holy shit, like, is this guy actually hurt? Like, this dude is perfect. Anthony and I noticed the little signal when he rubbed the referee's knee or whatever. Obviously, that signaled Jake Paul, which again was another great build. We all saw that kind of happening in a way.
Logan Paul.
Yes, excuse me, whatever, whoever it is. The good one. I'm actually excited for that match, that WrestleMania match. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul is going to be very exciting. Obviously, you're not going to get a 5-star match out of it, but you're going to get a lot of.
You're getting a 5-star match out of it. It's going to open night one, guaranteed.
It should. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be, a lot of people are obviously hating on it because people still see Logan Paul as a joke, but Logan Paul is a worker, and a lot of people need to understand it.
The greatest celebrity turned wrestler in WWE history, AEW history, in wrestling history.
Wrestling history in general, yeah. So, bro, moving on, main event time, the homecoming of Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. It was perfectly done where Roman didn't get the championship entrance. He was the first one into the match. So, that happening, it gave me, honestly, I'm going to sit there with a little false hope. Like, I was sitting there with a little false hope, like, holy shit, wait, Zayn is getting, like, the championship entrance spot. Zayn's coming out. You hear, what is it? All Worlds, whatever. Worlds Apart. There we go.
So I've been saying it since WrestleMania, man. Since Royal Rumble, that was going to happen, and I'm happy it did.
You hear his music hit. He takes it all in, and then all you hear is a "Let's go!" And then he just fucking turns into NXT Sami Zayn again. So, I was a little scared he was going to tear his shoulder out again. It's my biggest worry with him from now on.
That's why he started doing the...
Yeah.
Let's go!
But, listen, it was a match. It wasn't a great match. It was a great story told within the match. That's how I'll explain it. It was, obviously, it's two very, very, very good workers. In my opinion, this kind of put Roman Reigns over the top as a worker, over the top, over Cena, over Hogan, over anybody you want to argue. Roman Reigns right now might be the greatest champion WWE has ever had.
You saw the tweet. I tweeted it.
Yes. I said Roman Reigns is the greatest champion WWE has ever had for the single fact that he can put on a 5-star match with anybody.
That's
John Cena couldn't do that.
I think
John Cena could not do that.
So I tweeted that Roman Reigns is the greatest superstar of all time.
Yes.
I did. Now, my thing is, right, this just goes to show, and I'm not trying to make this about Charlotte or Cena, the amount of reigns do not matter, right? This one reign right now by Roman beats any reign by any superstar ever. I'm talking about men that held the title 16 times, 14 times, the reign of terror for Triple H, the Age of Orton. It beats everything. Edge is an all-time great, right? But I saw something that is like Edge never really held the title for a long time. He was the ultimate opportunist. Whenever he lost it, Vicky or whatever got him the chance to get it again. Like, Roman Reigns is the greatest superstar of all time. There's no other superstar in the history that will garnish a big match feel every single fucking time.
I agree.
Let's quickly just talk about the fact that Sammy was given every single opportunity to shine within this match. Sammy put every piece that he's ever done, every big move he has was done during this match. Blue Thunder Bomb, 2 haluva kicks, 3 haluva kicks if you think about it.
Yeah.
The through the rope tornado DDT, which was
He didn't
botched,
get that.
which was botched.
No.
He didn't get it, but he went for it, which I popped for. I don't care that he got.
I got excited.
I don't care that he got hung up. I got excited when he did the and then went for it. I was like, let's go. I don't care that he got countered.
I think I know why he didn't land it. That's gonna be a WrestleMania spot, and the crowd's gonna go fucking crazy for it. I can't wait.
That would be great.
Yeah.
But Sami Zayn was, and that just gives, that's just a nod to how good Roman is.
Yes.
In the backstage portion of it. Roman, no business giving anybody any offense.
He doesn't have to, right? I mean,
you look at Sammy and you look at Roman, and you can look at them and say he's gonna murder that man.
Yeah,
in front of his wife.
It was a match, and they used that the entire thing. Anything that Roman does is money. You put Roman and Paul Heyman together, billions of dollars. Adding Sammy's story to it is almost, you can almost not put a dollar amount on what that story entails.
Absolutely.
In the backstage portion of the entire thing. The fact that the Bloodline wasn't even a part of the match until very later on, just until the closing, 10 minutes? The match was 32 minutes. So you had 20 to 25 minutes of them really just having a match and having a great match. Not even a match.
Yep.
Also,
you had Sammy countering a lot of Roman's moves.
Yep.
You had Roman countering a lot of Sammy's moves. It was good. It was great.
My thing is, I say this all the time. I'm not sure if I ever told you, but Roman Reigns has to be the greatest promo without a mic ever.
Oh my God.
He can speak volumes with just facial expression.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Listen, this man has his future after wrestling is so bright. Like his future.
I don't even want to
wrestling
think
is
about him
so
leaving.
bright.
I don't even want to think about him leaving wrestling. Like, yo, when he was telling his Sammy's wife, he did this. He broke us apart.
I loved him. I was trying to give him everything for you or whatever.
Bro, it was getting to the point where I was believing in him, bro. Like I believed everything he said. It's crazy.
And that's another notch on his character. This man is a master manipulator.
He's the greatest, bro.
And not a lot of people got that. They just thought, like, yo, he's just a big, scary man with power. Like, this man can manipulate the shit out of people.
He manipulated me, bro.
Look at what he did with Jay and Jimmy. This man beat the living fuck out of them. And they joined him. This man was tortured by Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman for years. Finally beat Brock Lesnar. All of a sudden, Paul Heyman's on his shoulder. Then Brock Lesnar comes back. What happens? Paul Heyman goes back to Brock Lesnar. Too. What happens after that? Paul Heyman gives Roman the title. Like, dude, this man's a master manipulator. This man knows what he's doing.
Another thing, too, which I wish they would bring to fruition per storyline. Apparently, Solo and Roman never really clicked. Roman was never part of Solo's life like that. So it would be great if they add into it, like Solo never really had Roman as family. I mean, they're family, don't get me wrong, but Roman was never around. And now Solo listens to everything that Roman says. Like, it's crazy. Like he also manipulated Solo in a way. Like, listen, I wasn't around for your entire life, but you're gonna listen to me. And
there's a lot of substance within this story.
There's so much
storyline of all time.
There's layers to this.
We can have an episode just talking about the bloodline in general. I do want to continue back to the match itself, so we don't lose track of time and stuff. The whole element with Jimmy coming in, Jimmy still being like, Jimmy's starting to, and you saw it a little bit on Friday, Jimmy's starting to build into a main character in this whole thing. So now with Jimmy and then Jay coming in right when Roman was about to hit Sammy with the chair, he just stands right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Roman looks at him. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He hands him the chair. And then we saw, a little bit of flashbacks.
A little bit of Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So
almost exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why Roman keeps handing chairs over and fucking turning around.
And turning his back. Yeah. He but that whole thing there, where like that quick second, you thought like, "Holy shit, is this deja vu?" And then Roman turns back around, and Jay, is still looking at him. And then this is where I feel we're going to get the tag team title match. So it's going to start to play out as this. Jay, obviously, is the one that took the spear. Jay's argument is going to be like, "Yo, like, I'm trying to help you, man. Like, X, Y, and Z, and you do me like this." So that's going to start the little ruffles.
That's another thing, too. See, I hate that shit. That's stupidity. Clearly, Roman moved out the way. It's called instant replay. Go watch it on Peacock. You'll see it was a fucking accident. I hate that. If something happens accidentally, "Oh, I can't believe you did that to me, bro. I had your back." Go watch the fucking show. It's on Peacock, thing that you guys fucking advertise every fucking day. And go watch and you'll see it's a fucking accident. That's lazy booking. That's lazy fucking booking. I know. I don't get. No. Come on. Kayfabe is dead.
Really quick. While we're talking about Roman, I just want to go down the list of Roman title defenses really quick. Everybody's seen it, but let's just have a little taste. Jey Uso, Clash of Champions 2020. Braun Strowman, SmackDown. Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell 2020. That's when Jimmy came back. Kevin Owens, TLC 2020. Kevin Owens, SmackDown. Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, Edge, John Cena, Finn Balor Demon, Brock Lesnar, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, lost via disqualification, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Matt Riddle, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Let's talk about how many title defenses Brock Lesnar had when Brock Lesnar held the title for like a year. 4, 5.
Throw up a random number with one hand, and that's probably the right answer.
Right. And then let's compare it to how Roman has been effectively booked to just be a destroyer.
Yeah.
And in some instances, probably the only person besides Seth Rollins that would be able to hold the title like this. Roman is a megastar.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
Greatest of all time.
There's no denying it.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been a foil for Roman until Cody came back. Because everybody knew what Cody came back was.
Yeah.
Cody coming back.
It's getting to the point, bro, where I want Roman to retain.
I do too.
Like, I don't want this to end.
I don't
anytime soon.
And it's just it would not make sense for it to just end at WrestleMania against Cody.
Yeah.
5 weeks
the story
of build,
has
man.
been built for fucking 3 years.
It's bigger than this. Yeah, it's
He's
bigger than a 5-week build.
He's almost on his 4th year.
It's got to get.
Days.
It needs to be It needs to be a Money in the Bank cash-in to beat Roman. And yes,
it needs to be Jey Uso or Sami Zayn.
Money in the Bank cash-in. Money in the Bank cash-in.
By Jay?
It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. It could be
if it's not
Jay or Sami.
No,
it could be Jay or Sami. There needs to be something bigger. It can't just be that big match where Roman just loses his edge. You know what I'm saying? Or like whatever, or like the luck doesn't strike for Roman and the referee isn't down when he is getting counted. You know what I mean?
So how you
not
could
gonna
book
lie.
That, how you could book that?
Yeah.
Have if Jay were to win, the commandment is Roman tells Jay to go win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Jay wins the Money in the Bank briefcase earlier in the day, comes down to the ring after Roman's match at Money in the Bank.
I already know where you're going with this. This is fire. Go ahead.
And says, "You got it, big dog." And then as Roman's going to pin Jay, have Jay just do a flip. Have Jay just roll him up.
Oh no, that's different.
That's
Nah, you
what were
lost
you
me
gonna say?
there.
What were you gonna say?
You
What were
lost
you
me
gonna
there.
say? What were you gonna
Literally,
say?
literally, the chair shot that fucking speaks volume between the bloodline. The infamous chair shot to the back. I'll have the briefcase shot right to the fucking back, and then I'll have Jimmy and Solo just do nothing but watch. Don't help Roman. And that's how you all turn on them.
I like that.
Jimmy,
I like that.
Jimmy and Solo literally say, "Go ahead." Jay does this, and Roman's like, "You think you could do this to me? You think you could do this to me?" And literally, and it also depends. You can't have this be done unless Roman's opponent that night is fucking, I don't know, fucking Bobby Lashley or like it has to be somebody that's gonna wear Roman down. You can't have Roman versus Rey Mysterio or Ricochet and have this work. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So
That makes more sense than mine did. But I just book like Vince. So the commandment is Jay, go get the briefcase. Jay, go get the briefcase. At the end of the night, you come down to the ring after you win the briefcase, lay down so I don't got to worry about this shit for a year.
Yeah.
And then
Jay does that stare. Jay does that stare. You know that look he does. That'd be fucking great.
The angry dog look. He's sad, but he's mad.
Wait, time out. Didn't they announce where Money in the Bank is this year? Isn't that shit in the UK?
I think they did. I think that's where it is.
That crowd, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, wait, with that crowd...
Do you pull the trigger on Drew? No.
No, you put Gunther versus Roman as a main event.
All right, and how does Gunther lose? Oh, but the bloodline... I don't know. I wouldn't have Gunther lose.
Some way, somehow.
But anyway, back to the chamber, man. Back to chamber.
Hold on. Wait. I'm booking right now. That fucking sets up another War Games match, if you think about it.
Bloodline versus Imperium?
Oh, my fuck. Are you kidding me?
Who's the fourth?
Bring Alexander Wolf back. Who cares?
All right.
What to do with this?
That's a great idea. We're just, we're thinking ahead. But that's
the whole point of this podcast.
Yeah. So, I had my concerns with the ending to the chamber. I thought Jay should have turned on Sammy. That way Sammy can have Roman in the rear view. And it's more, everyone knows the bigger story is Jay and Sammy. Yeah. I thought we were going to get that big hug after KO. Everyone knew KO was going to come out. But, like I said, I had my concerns. But what happened on Monday, I feel perfectly fine with it. They are doing a great job. I was concerned. I was like, why didn't Jay call Sammy? That heat the Usos would have got, specifically Jay, if they turned on Sammy in Montreal. It would have been fucking great. And it could go along with the whole screw job thing. People wanted to keep that going. But, dude, listen, Rhea, Charlotte, they should not be main eventing night one. It should be Usos, KO, and Sammy. And I also pitched
a double main event. They'll probably do a double main event again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The main event for night one last year was Kevin Owens and Stone Cold. It wasn't the women's title match.
Yeah, but that was exciting.
Exactly. And
this is exciting.
Guess what? KO and Sammy versus the Usos is exciting.
Listen, main event one should have been Bianca and Sasha Banks. I mean, that was match in its own. Like, come on, that's a moneymaker right there. But I'm sorry, Anthony. Continue.
But like I said, they did a great job continuing the story with KO saying, "Go ask your buddy Jay Uso." That's great, man. That's great. Now, the only problem is, are we going to get Jay turning on Sammy before WrestleMania, or we're going to get a 50-50 Jay doesn't know what he wants to do at WrestleMania and being a part of the reason why the Usos lose?
I think that's the reason why. I think that makes the most sense for it to happen, where it's you don't get that. Like, you want to still keep wondering. You still want to figure out
you don't get that instant gratification.
Yeah, and at the same time, we saw it last week too, or what was it, 2 weeks ago, where Jay was out. I'm sorry, Jimmy was out there alone, having to defend the titles alone, and then all of a sudden you look, wait, he's right there, kind of thing with Jay, excuse me. So and then we see the whole backstage promo. I told you, man, you're my brother. I'm never gonna leave you. This and that. So
this is Triple H booking to try to not be too predictable like Vince was.
Yes.
If you watch a Vince McMahon pay-per-view anytime within the past 7 to 10 years, you could almost call the finish of every night.
Yeah.
And half the time, best matches of the night, first three.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. It was always the first
three. The guys trying to prove themselves. Yeah.
Every single one. The last half of the card was always, that person's definitely going to win. That person's definitely going to win. Oh, Brock's here? Well, that's a no-brainer. Oh, Goldberg's coming back? Who cares? Like, it's just not... It's such a different form of booking with Triple H at the helm that's been clear since day one.
Yep.
Because the problem with Triple H's booking when he first started coming in was Triple H had to close all these storylines out.
Yep.
First. There were too many Vince storylines that had no context and no, like, they've just been played out and it doesn't make any sense. And why is this person here? Why isn't this person with this person? And why is this person facing this person? Like, it didn't make sense. We've seen since Survivor Series, really, a different amalgamation of Triple H really trying to get everybody to have their own thing.
Yeah.
Where nobody is on top of each other anymore. Because the pacing of a 3-hour show on Raw is so much different. And you have to give everybody a chance. And you can't just do it with promo. People gotta wrestle. It's a wrestling company. Everybody wants to be entertained. It's great. It's a soap opera. We get it. But you have to have wrestling be a focal point. And like, that's where, so what I was going to say about AEW before, AEW, 0 storylines. There's nothing. It's just wrestling. It's an indie company that has a TV deal. And I love AEW. I love the wrestlers that are in AEW. They put on great matches. The only storyline that is ever talked about is MJF, which is fine for right now. Nobody else has a storyline. There's nothing.
It could be argued Mox and Paige, but
yeah, but it's been going on too long.
It's over a concussion.
But like,
there's nothing really involved in it.
But it's just the contrast of WWE finding a way to marry the two so it's not too much.
Yeah.
I want to have great wrestling. I want to have good stories. That's why I watch WWE. I want to watch great wrestling. I want to watch minimal stories. That's why I watch AEW.
Yeah.
There needs to be I don't think they're in competition at all. I don't think that's the proper way to put it. AEW is its own thing. WWE is its own thing. WWE does a great job of building characters and making stories, and that's what I want to watch with WWE. And the way that they're doing it right now, the way that they booked Roman for years is so good. The way that they built RK Bro, great, fantastic. Give that to me more. Don't make it stale. When something doesn't work, let's find a way to either make it better or just cut it off.
Yep.
Hit Row needs to be gone. Grit Couple needs to not happen again. Just let Edge and Finn fight. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Build Dominic's career. Let him shine where he needs to shine. Theory, make him into the next great pro wrestler in the world, however he can. And if he doesn't, put him in a fucking tag team with Johnny Gargano again. The Way was great. I loved The Way. It was really good. But the amount of shit that Triple H had to fix for Vince, I don't think we can even give Triple H a fair grade until next year.
Right.
I don't think we can give Triple H a fair grade until Mania next year, and then
that's why I said last episode that like now like this is a new era in WWE. So like now I don't want to. We have the golden era, attitude era, aggression, whatever the timeline is.
PG era, baby.
We're past the PG era now. We're in the era of Paul. So this is the PL era, the Paul Levesque era. So let's see how the PLE. You like how I did that?
Premium live events, baby.
Get out.
So that's
Get
the
out.
era
Turn
we're
your
walking
computer
into
off.
now. That's the era we're walking into
I'm
now.
leaving. I'm leaving now.
I think we're all going to leave now. With that being said, this was another awesome episode. Finally, Anthony joins us, and we finally get.
Finally, I missed one fucking episode.
Amazing.
Run me a river, snowflake.
Arguably the most important episode.
Yeah,
that is true.
We get a little taste of Anthony.
That is true.
Anthony's little rants. We'll get more of that next week. Again, follow us on all socials at HeyOPod.
Follow our individual socials. I'm at Derek Yells a lot, all caps.
Yeah, we'll post all that shit later on. We'll figure everything out eventually. We'll get a structure to this very soon. That being said, thank you for listening.
There's never gonna be a structure.
Goose. I finally figured out a way to put us in Apple and Spotify podcasts. So we are finally on that.
So you figured out how to use podcast services, but you can't figure out how to use the fucking record button?
I don't. Anyways,
yo, that was a sick slam.
See you guys next week.
Welcome to Denny's.
We love you.
Hey, yo.
Goodbye.